Hello, hello. I have a very special guest today who you may know from The Wiggles. He's performing here at the Blues on Broadbeach Festival. We have Murray Cook here. He's going to be at the casino from 4 till 5 today. Hey Murray, great to see you.
Hey, well, nice to see you too.
Welcome to the Gold Coast, your first Blues on Broadbeach Festival. Fantastic. Now, I'm sure people are wondering, what's life been like for you since The Wiggles? And what was The Wiggles like as well?
Yeah, well, The Wiggles was an amazing ride. As you can probably imagine, we started off just a really small time thing. It was a hobby really, and it just grew and grew and grew until we were playing Madison Square Garden and touring the US and all that sort of stuff. So it was an amazing experience and one I'm very proud of. And, it's a great legacy. And then in 2012, a few of us decided we weren't going to continue touring. The touring was pretty relentless, so that was really what prompted it. And I played in a few different bands after that, and then I met Lizzie, and we reformed the Soul Movers. She'd already had a version of it earlier, and we've been going for about 12 years, and we've done 4 albums, and been touring, played lots of festivals, and this is another one we can cross off our list, although hopefully we'll be back because we really loved it. It's been great.
Fantastic. And soul moves, I'd imagine there's going to be some soul music, but what else can we expect today for your show?
It's kind of it's not misleading. There's a bit of soul in there, and it's soul based, but it's kind of rock and soul. It's soul and rock and roll.
Okay.
There's a lot of crowd participation, so some of the skills I had in the Wiggles I transfer over here, and Lizzie's a great performer too, so we get the crowd involved, and it's just fun, it's joyous and colourful, and we have a good time.
Great. Well, we love joy and we love colour, and I did see in one of your other interviews that the Wiggles was about bringing so much joy to people, and the impact you had was in the millions. What were some of the stats around the Wiggles?
Yeah, well, by the time I left, we'd sold about 7 million CDs back in those days, and about 25 million videos. That was our main thing. So videos, DVDs, etc. And I can't remember the figures, but when we were big in America, for instance, we'd be playing to 5,000 to 10,000 people like twice a day for 6 weeks.
Wow!
And it was an amazing experience.
And 500 shows a year.
That was in the early days. Yeah, we used to do 3 or 4 a day. And we'd be doing like 6 days a week, 10 months of the year. It was pretty insane, but it was great fun. And we were all a bit younger then, and so it was easy, and it was an adventure. So that's what we loved about it too. Yes.
Now I know when people have the high life like that, when they are on stages with mass crowds, that suddenly when you come off the stage with that it can lead to mental health issues, it can lead to depression. I know some of my friends have had the high life like that they've really been challenged when they've been off the stage. What was that like for you?
It was a little bit difficult. There were some times when I'd sort of second guess myself, but the great thing about doing something like Soul Movers is it gave me a creative outlet, and also I just love performing. I don't mind if there's 20 people or 2,000 people. It's just I just love being on stage and playing with other people, making music, sort of just pulling it out of the air basically.
Yes.
And so that the Soul Movers sort of got me through that period, and it's been a great sort of mental health thing for me too, like having that creative outlet, being out, meeting people, playing music.
Yeah, I think being creative is so important. Now, my background is media, traditional media, which is very negative a lot of the time. And so something I started is the Global Good News Challenge, which is all about sharing gratitude and good news.
Yeah.
And, I've had depression. I've had 4 friends who've taken their own lives by the age of 45. So I think the mental health situation now more than ever is really, really important to share more joy and more fun. So how do you guys do that with the Soul Movers?
I think it's just about having some positive messages. We have one song called What Good Is Your Love, which doesn't sound that positive, but it's kind of about getting out of bad situations. That can be very difficult, and we don't sort of minimise that, but and there's like sing-alongs and stuff like that. We have one song called Lift Me Up, which is like a gospel song, and we get the audience to join in, and I go out with the crowd and lead the crowd, and I'm like the reverend, the preacher, just in that sort of old-timey gospel way, and it's just great fun. And people are often reluctant to sing or to even dance sometimes, but if you sort of coax them, they actually get something really good out of it, and it's good for your soul.
Excellent. So it's going to be interactive today?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we had a great day yesterday at the Victoria Park. We had a big crowd, and we really got them moving, so that was great.
Fantastic.
And
how? Oh wow! Look at that. Oh,
It's
hello,
208
hello.
Aldwyn.
Oh, wow, love it. Vinyl, so good
Yeah,
to
we
see
love that.
vinyl.
We love our vinyl. We're pretty
Oh,
retro.
that is awesome.
So this one we did at. We went to America to record. We did it mostly in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which is the home of some amazing studios and where a lot of soul came from. Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin recorded her first big hit there. We played with some of the musicians who played on those records, which was a great thrill. So this has been an adventure as well, which we love.
Oh, I love it. You just can't beat vinyl. And what's the other one there you've got?
This one's called Dumb Luck. That's our most recent album.
Look at you guys. You look fantastic. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we love dressing up.
That's great. And you'll be selling some of those here today?
Yes, we'll have some here today.
Okay, wonderful. And what are you selling those for today?
$40.
Okay.
It's
and
just pretty cheap these days.
And you'll sign them, will you?
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent. Yes. All right. So people can come and meet and greet you here at the Star Casino today. Now, what wisdom or advice would you give to people who want to make it in the entertainment industry? What do they need to be aware of?
Well, it's a tough business. You have to be pretty resilient. It's good if you can find something that maybe no one much else is doing. That was a big key for the Wiggles. We kind of fell into it really because we were early childhood teachers, but we did do something that not many people were doing.
Yes.
But I think resilience is really important. Don't be too disheartened, but also believe in yourself. Some of these things that sound like truisms, but they're truisms because they're true. Believing in yourself, sticking to your guns. If you have a really clear idea of what you want to do, what you want to create, don't be swayed too much by other people. Don't be swayed by saying Triple J wants you to play this sort of music. Play what you want to play, what makes you fulfilled, and I think that's really important. And also just have fun with it. It's hard to make it a career, but the most important thing is the actual making of the music or making of the creative thing. So I think keep that in mind. Do it for the right reasons.
And what are some tips you give around teamwork? Because obviously being in a band, in the Wiggles for 20 years, longer than a lot of relationships, what are your tips on how to have a great team atmosphere there?
I think it's just being really conscious that you're with different people and everyone has a different view. Everyone looks at the world in a slightly different way, and it's great if you can surround yourself with people who have a common vision. The thing with the Wiggles, which was great, is we had a mission really. We had a real clear idea of what we wanted to provide for children. So that sort of made the teamwork easier. But I'm very collaborative. I'm a songwriter, but I'm mostly a collaborative songwriter, and I think you can just learn so much from other people, but just to be tolerant of people. And sometimes someone's having a bad day, and you just sort of give them some space. But I think those sort of things are important.
Yeah, beautiful. And any other words of wisdom you'd like to share for people who want to be more creative and who want to get out on stages and want to, maybe they feel a bit shy or a bit,
Yeah. Well, I was actually pretty shy when I was a teenager and into my early 20s. But I never had a problem with getting up on stage. It was just the thing that I felt I could do. I think in the early days I was probably fooling myself a bit. But also just, a lot of people talk about imposter syndrome, and we all suffer from that. I know I can be a better guitar player, but I know my strengths as well. So I think knowing your strengths is really important, and be realistic about it. Not everyone has to be the best musician in the world. If you can entertain or you can provide joy or a message to people, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, beautiful. And who else is on stage with you here today as part of Murray Cook's Soul Movers?
Well, we've got first and foremost, Lizzie Mack, who's my partner, my creative partner. So we write the songs together. She's a powerhouse singer. She's a great singer, which really inspired me to get this thing going. We got Matt Crawford on bass, and we got Luke Herbert on drums. They've both been with us for a few years now, and they're great. We've got our usual keyboard player, Marco Simic, is not with us on this tour. His partner had a baby recently, so he does some shows and not all. But we've got a great fill-in Tate Sheridan, and he's played a lot of shows with us, and he's brilliant. So yeah, it's a really good band. I love playing with them.
Great.
And, we've been loving the audiences here at Blues on Broadbeach. It's such a great festival.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're really pleased to be here.
And what's some of the background highlights of some of the band? Who are some big names maybe they've played with? Or
Tate actually supported Elton John on his last tour here.
Wow.
Elton's a fan of his, so Tate does his own music.
Wow.
And so he keeps in touch with him, so that's pretty cool. Luke's played with all sorts of people. He's played with Casey Chambers and Paul Kelly, but he's very, very in demand, which has meant that sometimes he's hard to pin down. And Matt lives in Wollongong, and he's a bit younger than, a bit younger than me. He's in his early 30s, and he's played with lots of people. He's really brilliant bass player. So we're really lucky to have these guys, and it makes playing a joy.
Amazing. And I presume you're not doing 500 shows a year nowadays.
No. I mean, that's really why I stopped doing the Wiggles, because it was just the number of shows we were doing, and it was pretty unrelenting, and I loved it for a long time, and I still love doing the shows, but the touring, we just go away maybe for a weekend here and there.
Yeah, great. Well, we really hope you have a great gig here today. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, just come along and have some fun. Come and say hello. We're pretty approachable. We'll be around after the show, and we'd love to meet you.
Awesome. And if people can't make it today and they want to get a copy of one of your vinyl albums there, where can they go?
It's on Bandcamp, so you can find it on Bandcamp for the vinyl.
Bandcamp?
And of course, we're on all the dreaded streaming services, but it's the way of the world these days. And so you can stream us on Spotify, Apple Music, all the usual.
Fantastic.
And we're on, also follow us on Instagram at Soul Movers Band, also on Facebook, and I think it's Soul Movers Band as well on YouTube. We've got a lot of clips on there, so you can get an idea. There's some live stuff, some other stuff that we've done, so
awesome.
It's well worth checking out.
Awesome. And just finally, any other points about joy, about the importance of joy, particularly nowadays after all these lockdowns and craziness we've had the last few years? How important is joy and creativity nowadays?
I think it's really important. I mean, it's not for everyone. Like some music is darker, and there's a place for that as well. And for a lot of people, that's what the blues is a way of getting sort of feelings out, and so that has a really important place as well. But for me, I love seeing smiles on people's faces. I love people coming up afterwards and saying, "Oh, that was so much fun." So it's important to me, and I think in these times there's so much negativity. It's great to have a few positive experiences.
Yes, thank you so much, Murray. And you seem so grounded for someone who's had so much fame, so that's really refreshing as well.
Playing music for children does actually keep you grounded. I was talking to Lizzie about it before, because in the Wiggles we always said the audience is more important than us, so it's all about them, not about us on stage. And and also the four Wiggles kept each other pretty grounded. If anyone started getting a bit above themselves, they brought it down pretty quickly in a nice way.
Just curious, how did you come to choose your colours? So you were the red Wiggle, right?
I already had a red skivvy long sleeve t-shirt.
Right.
So Jeff had a purple one, and Anthony and Greg sort of had a race to a blue skivvy at Myers, and Anthony got there first.
I love it. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Murray. Here's to a great gig, and enjoy your time on the Gold Coast. Thank you so much. And that was Murray Cook, who is going to be playing with his Soul Movers Band here at the casino in the M&G Bar, which used to be the Atrium Bar many years ago, for those who would remember before the renovations. So as you come through the front, right on the right, you'll see it from 4 till 5 today. Come on down. And then the festival is wrapping up tonight. There's a big Jimmy Barnes concert in Kurrawa Park Stage, and you can still get tickets. They're around $120 or so. Just come on down to the festival, and there's a QR code to scan, and there's a whole lot of support acts as well. They've got the Bad Loves, also Pokey Lafarge is also on there. But I recommend come to see Murray Cook's Soul Movers first, and then head over to Jimmy Barnes. And there's lots else on tonight. They've got Scott Brown, Felix Axe, Jackson Dunn, Taylor Made, Sun Pie Barnes and Dom Turner, 8 Ball Aitken. I've seen them many times at Woodford over the years. Nathan Beretta Band. Here's the program. You can see it online as well. Here it is. Here is your program today, and we are right here. There we go, Murray Cook, and that's the rest of the program. Check it out online. Thank you, Murray.
Thank you.
See you. Bye to Murray. Thank you. All the way from Sydney. Check out Murray Cook's Soul Movers and grab one of their vinyl albums. How cool is it to see vinyl? Get it autographed. Here is a very rare chance. Come on down. We'll see you here at the casino soon. Bye for now.